Triad native Kevin Adams spends a lot of time outdoors, combining his love of nature with his passion for photography. His quarry today is one of his favorite subjects. It comes in all sizes. Some are easy to find. Some take a bit of a hike.
Okay, buddy. Come on.
It's not something you have to sneak up on, however.
Come on.
And you can usually hear one before you see it. Each one is unique. And for Kevin, it's a challenge to photograph the natural beauty of a waterfall.
North Carolina is blessed with waterfalls. We probably have more waterfalls in our state than any other eastern state, certainly. And one reason for that is, well, actually two reasons for that is rainfall and the topography. We have the right type of rock that doesn't totally erode away. It leaves places to make the waterfalls. And we have high rainfall in the mountains. And obviously you've got to have water to create waterfalls. People have often asked me how many waterfalls there are in North Carolina. An educated guess might be that we have 500 major waterfalls in the state. There's so many of them and there's so many different areas that anyone, no matter what their experience in hiking, no matter how far they want to go, they can go see a waterfall in North Carolina. We like the sights of a lot of things. I don't know why we're just so attracted to the waterfalls. I think the moving water has a lot to do with it. It's kind of like a crackling fire that you just sit at it and you're just mesmerized by it.
Over the years, Kevin has made quite a collection of images of these North Carolina treasures and collected a storehouse of knowledge on how to photograph them.
People that like to photograph waterfalls sometimes make the mistake of thinking that they should go out on a sunny day. And sometimes that's right, but most of the time it's not. The problem with the sunny day is you have a lot of contrast in the scene. With waterfalls, sometimes you might have some dark pockets where the sun can't get and evenly illuminate everything. And so you have a lot of dark areas, a lot of light areas, and film or even today's digital cameras that are better than film, but they still can't handle all of that contrast that is in the scene. The best time to photograph by far is an overcast day, a day like today. And even better, I like to go out on a rainy, drizzly, foggy type day when all the rocks are covered, they're not hot spotting and such. That's the best time for me. One of the things I like to do when I'm photographing waterfalls is pull out my telephoto lens and isolate out sections of the waterfall. Some waterfalls work real well for this. White Waterfalls is one. In fact, you could shoot just a shot of the upper drop of White Waterfalls and it looks like a whole separate waterfall. You want the waterfalls where the water falls over a lot of rocky crags and stuff and creating breaks in the flow. And when you see that, you can just isolate out a tiny little section that makes a really nice scene. looking at Silver Run Falls right now, which is a really nice waterfall just south of Casiers. One thing about this waterfall that's really neat is it's got a sandy beach, which most waterfalls in this area don't.
There you go. Good job, buddy. Be careful.
It's a popular waterfall for one reason, because it's so easy to get to. It's a very short hike to it. In Pisgah National Forest, just north of Brevard, is Lookingglass Falls. It's about a 60-foot sheer drop into a nice little pool. Beautiful waterfall.
Waterfalls have a special way of reflecting the changing seasons, and Kevin has captured images literally frozen in time.
Mingo Falls is located in the Cherokee Reservation, and it's one of my favorite waterfalls in the entire state. It's a very high waterfall. It's probably 100 feet high. The good thing about Mingo Falls is the way the water falls. It doesn't just drop straight down. It falls over a lot of little rocky crags, creating the look that photographers especially like in waterfalls. There is a waterfall in Nantahala National Forest in the Colossaga Gorge called Dry Falls. It's called that because supposedly you can walk behind it and stay dry. But anyone who's ever tried it knows that it should be called Wet Falls because you do get wet from all the spray. But the falls goes over an overhanging ledge, so you can walk behind it, totally behind the waterfall.
You wouldn't do this at most waterfalls, but there is a popular one where you can. At least you can if you don't mind a lot of very cold water. It's known as sliding rock and has become so popular that during the summer months you have to wait your turn. Lifeguards keep an eye on the fun. With hundreds to choose from, you too can make waterfalls your special quarry in our state. Just don't forget your camera.